What is up, guys? Hope y'all are doing well. Thanks for tuning in. In today's video, I wanted to talk about what I've learned during fitness, because I've learned a lot. And I'm not saying I'm the fittest right now. Actually, I got a blood test and I actually have health issues right now. But that's why I'm making this video, because I've made a lot of mistakes along my journey that's messed my body up. And I want to help prevent you guys from making those mistakes. Okay? So let's get into it. All right? So, what are some of the mistakes I made in my earlier journey? Number one, thinking that there was shortcuts. I would try to push my body into these extremes because I thought if I just water fasted enough, I could perfectly heal my body, because that's what people on the internet would say, is that if you fast, it'll heal anything. And I would end up starving myself. I'm not saying water fasting is bad, but I'm saying there's a balance to everything, and I would push it to the extreme. I would do it in excess, and I was young, I was growing, I was active, and I'm not saying water fast is bad, but I was just doing it too much. You shouldn't be hungry when you're fasting, because that can be a sign that you're starving. If you're able to fast and you're able to just do it without any negative side effects, it can be good to give your digestion a break and help give your body time to do other things than just digest food. But again, I was just doing it too much. I was hungry all the time. I was thinking about food all the time. My body was screaming at me to eat. I would just fast. And thinking there were shortcuts. I would go on these crazy restrictive ways of eating, and I would cut out perfectly healthy food groups because someone on the internet said that this trend will fix everything. It'll heal your not just your physical body, but your emotional trauma. And it all turns out to be lies, because a lot of these people, they just want your money. So they try to convince you that they have the shortcut that'll get you there for this amount of money, but there are no shortcuts. Every detail counts. How much rest are you getting? How much sunlight are you getting? What type of workouts are you doing? Are you consuming enough calories? Are you getting enough vitamins? Are you getting enough minerals? Okay, every detail counts. There is no shortcut. If anyone claims that if you do this one method, it'll get you perfectly healthy forever, just buy my ebook for $99.99. They might be lying to you, and by trying to listen to those people's advice, you actually might do more harm than good. So that's advice number one, is there are no shortcuts. All right. What's advice number two? Let me do a few curls and get some blood pumping while I think of a good number two. Give me 1 second. Advice number two is to listen to your body above all else. Your body doesn't hate you. Your body's not trying to attack you. That's why It's not good to starve yourself if you're hungry. You want to make sure you're eating enough if your body's telling you to eat. It's also not good to overeat if your body is telling you to fast. If you end up losing your appetite for whatever reason, maybe you're sick, you have a cold, maybe you're just not hungry that day, it's not good to overeat either just to hit your calorie goals. Calories are a myth. There's so much more to food than just calories. Sometimes fasting switches your body's mode because when your body isn't breaking down food, it has energy to do other things. So that's why calories are a myth, because food takes energy to digest, and no amount of calories has a specific effect like people say it does. Like, because people say calories is energy, but how come a donut has 300 calories and a green juice might only have 50 calories, but the green juice obviously has more vitamins and minerals and energy inside of it? So that's what I'm saying, is listen to your body above all else. Don't try to hit a specific calorie goal because someone online said that's what you need to do if your body is telling you that you don't need that many calories, because maybe the foods you're eating are more nutritious. Maybe your body is craving more nutritious foods. Maybe someone online tells you to just eat white rice and chicken breast, but your body is craving more fruits. Maybe you live in more of a tropical climate where you have access to good quality fruit year round. And maybe most of what you eat is fruit. Maybe you eat a little bit of eggs here and there, a little bit of raw milk here and there, but you eat a lot of fruit, and someone's telling you, no, don't eat mostly fruit, eat mostly rice and chicken. But maybe you're not craving rice and chicken. Maybe you live in more of a tropical climate. And so everyone lives in different climates. Everyone has different goals. Maybe your goal is to build muscle. Maybe your goal is to lose weight. Maybe your goal is to grow your dick. Maybe your goal is to grow your biceps. Maybe your goal is to grow your balls. I don't know. Maybe your goal is to grow your brain. Everyone has different goals. Everyone has different body type. Everyone has different genetics. So listen to your body above everyone else, because no one can tell you what you need better than your own body. And that's the problem, is a lot of people are trying to sell you something. And I'm not saying that's always a bad thing. If someone has a good product, good for them. But a lot of people's products are not good and blatant scams. A lot of people don't know what they're talking about, and they care more about what goes into their bank account than helping the other person. I'm not saying it's bad to care about how much money you make. We all gotta eat. But if you're trying to be a good coach, you want to also care about the client as well. The problem is a lot of these people don't care about the client as well. So they just give blatant, horrible advice on the internet, and it's not okay, because it can mislead innocent children. Like when I was growing up, I was misled by influencers online, and I wish I could file a lawsuit against some of these people, but you can't really do that. And so a lot of these people aren't being held accountable. And maybe they don't know what they're doing, so I'm not saying they necessarily deserve to have a lawsuit against them. Maybe that's a bit extreme, but they don't know what they're doing. They're trying a lot of them really are trying their best to put out good information, and if they want to charge for it to make a living, that's okay. But the problem is, like, they're human, they're not God, and so they don't necessarily know what they're talking about. And a lot of them, because they're a trainer, they let their egos get to them. Like, oh, I'm a trainer, I know more than the client. But the client's body knows more about the client than the trainer will ever know. And so no matter who's your coach, whether it's me or someone else, if you want one-on-one coaching, hit me up. Listen to your body above all else, because your body will not lie to you, okay? So that's advice number 2. So that's 2 pieces of advice so far. Advice number 1 was no shortcuts. Advice number 2 was listen to your body above all else. Advice number 3, we're going to make it super simple. Make sure to stay hydrated. simple. A lot of people just drink regular bottled water from the grocery store, and I'm not saying that that stuff is horrible. At least it's water. But there's other ways of hydrating that might even be better depending on your goals. Like, for example, athletes, they drink Gatorade sometimes. Why? Because Gatorade has electrolytes in it. Because when you sweat, you can lose things like sodium through your sweat, and your muscles can burn through sugars, and so the Gatorade has sugars and electrolytes to help replenish. But the problem with Gatorade is it has ingredients that might not be very healthy, such as artificial dyes and stuff like that. But at home, you can make your own natural Gatorade. You can buy a juicer and you can juice fruits and vegetables at home. Like, you can juice watermelon at home. That's your red Gatorade right there. Tastes way better than Gatorade. You can buy a juicer. If I remember, I'll put a link in the description to a juicer that I love using. It's an amazing juicer. It's a little bit of money for sure. It's definitely an investment. But would you rather invest in your health? Or would you rather not make the investment? It's up to you, but your health is valuable. So in my opinion, if you're able to, it's definitely worth the investment to get a good juicer, because the body's mostly water, muscles mostly water. And so grocery store bottled plastic water is not always enough to hydrate, especially athletes, in my opinion, that are like working hard, pumping in the sun, sweating. In my opinion, you really probably should get a juicer, because these fruits and vegetables are nature's Gatorade. They have natural electrolytes. So you buy a juicer, like a good quality juicer like the Nama J2. It's super easy to use. You just throw the fruits and vegetables in the chute, close the chute, and it just juices everything for you. The pulp comes out one end and the juice comes out the other end. The difference between a juicer and a blender is a blender just blends everything together. A juicer actually separates the juice from the pulp, and it creates a pure juice. So there's no pulp in it, so it's smooth. It's no digestion. It just goes straight to the muscle, straight to the bloodstream. It's like just straight hydration. Whereas a juicer creates the straight hydration, whereas a blender creates a smoothie, which a smoothie is more solid. A smoothie is more of a food. It takes more energy to break down in the gut. And so the reason why you want to get a juicer, in my opinion, and a blender if you're an athlete, is because a juicer allows you to just get the straight juice out of it, no pulp. And so it's just the straight hydration with no extra digestion. A smoothie, the pulp can thicken it up and it can be more of a meal, whereas a juice is more of a drink. It's more just straight hydration. It's more liquid. It's super hydrating. Smoothies can be hydrating as well, but they can have more solids in them. But again, the juice is more of the straight liquid, which is the difference between a juicer and a blender, is the juicer actually takes the pulp out of the fruit or vegetable. And if you get a really good juicer, it takes almost all the pulp out. The pulp comes out like very dry on the other end, and it just comes out as straight liquid on the other end. Just like if you were to buy grape juice from the store. Like, it's just a straight pure liquid. So it's very hydrating. It's very thirst quenching. And juice is full of electrolytes. Same with coconut water. Coconut water is full of electrolytes. Same with raw milk. Same with nut milks. Same with limeade or lemonade. Lemons and limes are a great source of electrolytes. So at home, you can take some water, throw some raw cane sugar in there, or throw some honey in there and just squeeze some lime in there. And that's a great source of hydration as well. Another thing you can do to make water more hydrating potentially is you can add pink Himalayan salt, Celtic salt, a high quality sea salt, and lime juice to your water. So juicing, making lemonade, limeades, making homemade drinks at home, You can blend and strain different drinks and add electrolytes to your water by blending like cucumber into it with lime and sugar and strain it. It's agua de pepino, super good. It's a very hydrating green drink that you can make at home with a blender and a strainer. If you don't have a juicer, you can use a strainer to make different drinks, because the strainer is another way you can take out the pulp and make it easier to digest those drinks. Um, because that's the thing is when you make a smoothie, is it a meal or a drink? It's really hard to tell because it does have solids in it because you're just blending everything together. But when you're using a juicer, you really know you're getting more of a drink. It's just very hydrating, just easy to break down. There, you really don't have to break it down. It just soaks straight into the muscle. And so, staying hydrated is super important. And water is not always enough for athletes, in my opinion. So if you can get a juicer, that's great. If you don't have a juicer, you can get a strainer and you can blend and strain different drinks at home. You can make lemonades and limeades at home. You can buy juices from the grocery store like Naked Smoothies and stuff like that. So yeah, 3 tips for fitness that I wish I knew when I started in my journey. I hope this helps. Thanks for tuning in. I love you guys. Until next one, I'm out. Peace.